So the last video I did on Pirate Warriors, fortunately the audio, I was talking that whole time and the audio did not go through, so I'm hoping that the audio is coming through clear this time. I am going to do something to I'm gonna do something to make sure the audio's working this time. But how are you guys doing? Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this. If you're watching this today, happy Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go through the roster for Pirate Warriors 3 here, and I'm just gonna talk about each character and likes and dislikes and whatnot while we and then I'm gonna play a little bit, go through a couple dream logs or something, and I'm just gonna talk about what I've seen so far, Pirate Warriors 4, and if you guys want to hop in the convo, you're free to do so. Wait, what is? Sorry, it's getting set up here real fast, so I can read you guys' comments.
Sorry, getting set up here real fast.
All right, cool.
So I can read you guys' comments. Getting set up here real fast. All right, cool. So I can read you guys' comments.
Okay, so starting with Luffy, we got pre-time skip Luffy, which, I mean, this is, you know, when you start the game, you got time skip Luffy. Time skip Luffy, I think, is really good. Like, I think he's pretty good, considering he's who you start with and go through the story mode missions and everything with him. For the most part, he's solid. He gets the job done, and then of course, once he gets his Kizuna Rush mode with gear second and everything, and then gear third is second super and everything, he's solid. He gets only downside is after he does his level 3, he gets, you know, turns into a little micro mini Luffy. For he's you know, he can't fight for a few minutes or a few seconds. He can't fight, but other than that, Luffy, pre-time skip Luffy is solid. He gets the job done. And now time skip Luffy. Oh, this samurai costume. Look at this samurai. It's pretty tight. I like the samurai look. But yeah, New World Luffy. I love he's one of my favorite characters in the game. I pretty much I lost my save file for this game like 2 years ago, so I took some time to go back through it. I'm still trying to level break characters. But yeah, but Luffy after the time skip with Haki and everything is a freaking monster. I love time skip Luffy. He can pretty much go toe to toe with anybody, almost anybody in this game. I'll talk about the god tier characters later. You might already know who they are, but yeah, Luffy's a monster. Oh yeah, Film Z, hell yeah, I love that movie, Film Z. That was a great One Piece movie. But yeah, Luffy, time skip Luffy's a beast. He doesn't have the flaws that his pre-time skip form has. He doesn't have to worry about, you know, after using gear third, he doesn't shrink or anything. He just stays up. He just goes in, man. Luffy, especially if you get his charge attacks, or when he holds the button down, he packs an extra punch, man. Luffy's a monster, man. Love Luffy. Anyway, so that's Luffy. Luffy's a beast, and he has Haki too. When he goes into Kizuna Rush, he uses Haki to you know, stun all the opponents around him. He's a beast. Now we got Roanoa Zoro. His name's Zolo, just like a samurai. All right, Zoro. So pre-time skip Zoro. Pre-time skip Zoro. He's okay. I consider him to be. He's pretty good. You know, all things considered, like, but the thing about Zoro is, it's like you have to keep his combo going. If you stop his combo halfway through, he loses momentum. Like, he has to, like, boom, cut, final cut. Like, he has to get that. He has to get fat. Like, if you notice when you play with Zoro, his attacks get faster and stronger with each consecutive hit. So you have to, like, boom. Once he starts hitting, you have to go to the end, or else you're not really going to be satisfied with what happens. And that's pretty much pre-time skip Zoro in a nutshell. And he doesn't have as much range on any of his attacks. I don't think his attacks don't have as much range. He's good for bosses. Zoro is a good character I consider good to fight, like, you know, one-on-one against bosses and stuff like that. He's good for that. But fighting large crowds is like he pre-time skip doesn't have good crowd control. He doesn't hit a lot of enemies at once. Kimono Zoro. Okay, side note. Okay, this is obviously like just some Dynasty Warriors, you know, type thing that they put in this game with DLC costume. But when we get Pirate Warriors 4, I need, Zoro looks so dope in his Wano, his actual samurai clothes from Wano. I can't wait. It better be in the game. I think it is. But they better have Pirate Warriors 4 Zoro's look from Wano. They better have it in there. He looks so tight with the green and the white. He looks so freaking cool. Yeah, I think he has his hair pulled. He has like his hair in like a what they call the samurai knot or whatever. He looks really fucking cool. But okay, so now we have Zoro. Now we have time skip Zoro. Yeah, I love the time. All the time skip characters are better in my opinion. But time skip Zoro, better crowd control. Like the one thing he was lacking the most, I guess. He's pretty much the same as his pre-time skip, and I love his costume here. Nice with the ready. I like when he puts the bandana on. But yeah, time skip Zoro. He's basically the same as pre-time skip, but he has way better range, and I think his attacks are overall, like his attacks are just better. They're better. Everything went up a notch with his time skip form. But unfortunately, I feel like he's one of the characters. He's not the only one who I feel like some of his attacks just don't quite land on the opponents like they should. Like they're good ideas for attacks, they just don't always land properly when I play. Maybe it's just that maybe I'm playing it wrong. I don't know. I've put several hours into this game, but yeah. So I love Zoro. Zoro's cool. Nami Swan. Look at I didn't get a lot of costumes for her. I'm surprised she does. I don't have any costumes for her. They usually give girls a lot of costumes. But anyway, I'll keep it short for Nami because I'm gonna say right now, when it comes to the Straw Hats outside of Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, I don't care. I don't really care for these characters that much. But I will say for Nami Swan. The best thing of going for her she has is her thundercloud, like her R1. Once she does her combo and she puts all the clouds above the enemy's heads, when she drops the R1, the lightning drop, that's like literally that's the thing that makes her decent. Like she's nothing more than decent. Even her time skip form, I would say, is still just decent at best. She's passable. She's barely passable, thanks to her lightning cloud. If not for her lightning cloud, I would say she's probably garbage. I would say she's probably a garbage character. Next we got Usopp. I don't like Usopp at all. That's why he's still level 1. So we're just gonna skip over him entirely. Sanji, man. Alright, my boy Sanji. I was watching my boy Panda. You might know him as Swillow. He's a big Power Warriors 3 fan. Shout out to him. But yeah, I was watching his video. People were talking about Sanji in his chat. And I'm like, are you serious? People don't like Sanji? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, nobody likes the fact that he can't fight women because he has a whole thing. He can't fight against like in the game. He can't fight. He doesn't damage. He cannot do damage to females in the game, which I think is it's kind of dumb. It's pretty dumb, but I mean it's a freaking video game. But whatever. Okay, you want to stay consistent with his character, fine. But yeah, pre-time skip Sanji's his whole thing is he's decent, but the issue is I think he's another character like Zoro where he's good against like single boss characters, but when it comes to fighting large crowds, his fighting style is just not really. He has like his best combo I think is what, triangle square, where he does the kankatsu or whatever that attack is, where he like stands on one hand and like kicks, where he does like the spinning, the rotating kick or whatever. That move, that move will take a crowd of enemies out. Like he has a little bit of crowd control, but not a lot. You know what I mean? Like Sanji is a character you need skills. He's fast though. I'll give him credit. He's fast. He's faster than Zoro. I think he's faster than Zoro, and he's on par, if not a little faster than Luffy. He's definitely fast. That's his best attribute. He can come in fast and kick ass. Okay, now moving on to time skip Sanji, my boy in the Film Z costume, badass. Hey, with that coat though. Yo, look at this fur coat. Black fur coat. He looks tight as hell. What's the guns for? Sanji ain't shooting no damn gun. But anyway, looks really cool in his Film Z look. But the thing about time skip Sanji, again, like Luffy and Zoro, they stepped it up a notch, but I still feel like he suffers from the same problems that pre-time skip does, just not as bad. And he's fast as hell. He's even faster. Sanji's super fast. That's his best attribute. He's incredibly fast. He's incredibly fast. And yeah, so we're gonna, sorry about that, I got distracted for a second. Chopper, level 1, I don't use Chopper at all. Robin, I'm not a fan. Frankie's okay. I feel like he's kind of clumsy. He's another guy, like his combos kind of clumsy. He leaves himself open a lot with his attacks. This is the one exception to the rule. I like his pre-time skip more than his time skip. I'm gonna say it. Like his pre-time skip is okay. I know his time skip is okay, but before the 2 years when he's younger here, I think I like this better. Like if I'm gonna use Frankie, I'm probably gonna stick with his pre-time skip, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Even though he has the stupid cola mechanic, he has to like refill on cola after so long of fighting consistently. He has to charge his cola meter up. Brook, another character I've used. I used Brook before, but he's still level 1. I don't use him that much. He's not really my type of character. He like puts enemies to sleep and cuts them and what. He's okay. He's okay, I guess. God himself, God Eminem, rap God Eminem, Eneru, or Enel, if you will, from Skypiea. So Eneru, he's a character kind of like Sanji, even though he has he's a crowd control monster. I'll give him credit for being a crowd control monster. But the issue with him is, like Sanji, he has better crowd control, but he has the freaking lightning mechanic. He has to build up, he has to charge up his lightning before. The more lightning bar he has, the better his lightning attacks get. Once you fill it up, his square, triangle becomes it starts out as like a little bird or whatever. It sucks. Then it gets a wolf on level 2, which is better, and then the dragon, which will circle around you and kill everything in that and take a whole territory over. So yes, so his lightning attacks are solid. He's a solid crowd controller, but he's definitely far from the best in the game, and because he has that lightning mechanic, which holds him back a lot, in my opinion. Rob Lucci, I love Rob Lucci. Rob Lucci's a beast. He's fast. He's kind of like Sanji. You could definitely equate him to Sanji as well, because they both wear suits and everything. They're both from assassin background. You know, they have some things in common, but Rob Lucci is really cool in this game. I'm so glad he made it into Pirate Warriors 3 when it came out. He's very fun to play. Pretty much all his combos are good. He's good crowd. He's got decent crowd control. The only thing that I don't like about him is his supers, either one. And they're both his supers, like the same thing, the Rokugan or whatever, right? The double-fisted like blast attack or whatever. The crowd control for that, his combos are better crowd control than his freaking supers. His supers, like, you have to be right up close to him for his supers to really be effective, and that's one thing I don't like about him. but everything like his gameplay, he can transform into his leopard form and everything. He's badass. He's a badass. All his combos, you can like, once if you really get into Rob Lucci, I might play with him actually just to show off a little bit. But when I get to the gameplay, but Rob Lucci, you can link his combos together in a lot and transform mid combo and keep the combo going. Rob Lucci is very fun. He's definitely one of the better characters in the game. Bartholomew Kuma. He's okay. He's a big guy. And I hate to say it. Someone said it in the other video. My boy Swillo yesterday. Somebody brought it up. And I hate to say it's true, but all the big characters in these games tend to be a little too slow for my taste. They're a little too slow. Their combos might be decent, and they might have solid supers. And Kuma has badass supers. He has freaking 2 shockwaves as supers. Like he has the red one, which is smaller, and then he has the big white one, which will clear out an entire room of enemies. So he has great supers. His combos are okay at best, but yeah, he's mediocre. I'd say he's solid mediocre, if you will. Ivankov, somehow I actually managed to level break Ivankov over any other character, which is crazy. But Boa Hancock, she, whatever the fuck, Ivankov is combos and everything. Actually, there's a big head, right? To inject the hormones, and in this game, when you inject the hormones, she gets a big head, and then she starts like going crazy and everything. You know what I'm saying? She's okay. She's another mediocre one, like Kuma. I put her in like the decent to mediocre category. Magellan, super underrated. I heard he may not be in Pyre Warriors 4. I'm gonna be so disappointed if he's not there. I wanted him to interact with Reiju. They're both poison lovers and everything. But yeah, Magellan's really cool. I like his R1. If you can keep a distance and focus on attacking and don't get hit, his Hydra will spit poison out behind you while you're doing your combos. And then just all his other poison puddle and poison Hydra and everything that he has, that is, you know what I'm saying, like he's lucky as hell, man, for real. So yeah, Magellan's really cool. All the poison stuff is really cool. I wouldn't say he's not top tier, but he's a lot of people ignore this character like he doesn't exist, and I think he's really good. Caesar, I don't use him at all. You tell me if he's good or not. Kuzan, Aokiji, Ice Time, he's a great character, always has been. Matter of fact, I think about it, all the admirals, all the high level marines in this game are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They're all really good. He's always even though he's not a marine anymore, but you know what I mean. He's really good. He can hold enemies together with ice and everything, and good crowd control, and just takes care of everything. He's a great character. He's a fun character to play too. A whole lot of ice stuff to do. Sabo, he's kind of a mixed bag for me because I like the fire aspect to him, and I like the whole hockey and the pipe and everything. Like I like his fighting style in this game, but some of his moves are kind of, I don't know, like the one where he's like the triangles, the square, triangle. But you know what I'm talking about. Like Sabo, obviously the brother is Sabo and Ace and everything. He's really good. I would never say he's bad, but I don't know. His moveset takes some getting used to, that's for sure. You gotta get used to that moveset. Just his playstyle might be a little different, but he's still the same. But yeah, Sabo's cool. Going the wrong way. Tashigi, again, shout out to Panda. He a couple years ago exposed me to how good this character actually was. I had no idea. She was another level 1 ignore character. I never touched her, but until I saw the R1. When I saw the R1, how you could put her combos together and keep a combo going with her R1, she's actually one of the better characters in the game, I would argue. Like she's not my favorite character, but she's really good. If you're really into the mechanics of this game and you know how to use that R1, like her R1 basically just is a sword, a quick sword attack that extends the combo and lets you continue. Really cool. Smoker. I hate to say it, man. Smoker's one of my favorite characters in the show, for real. But he's not. I don't like Smoker in this game, dude. I don't know what it is about Smoker. Like his combos, like is he too slow? I don't know if I say he's too slow. His combos, like he's the worst example of combos just not quite reaching the opponent the way they should, and none of his attacks have a great range. I think that's my biggest complaint. None of his moves have a good range. Like they don't hit enemies from as far away as you'd expect them to. So yeah, Smoker is a huge. I hope if Smoker's in PW4, I hope that they really kind of fine tune his moveset and give him some new moves and just give him a better reach with his attacks, because he like when I play Smoker, I'm so surprised at how enemies that he can't hit. And he's another character that doesn't have any super devastating attacks either. That's a big problem for him. Not a lot of devastating attacks. Monkey D. Garp, I don't understand how to play him well. I can never figure out how to play him properly, so I ignore him. He's already one of the better characters in the game. Arguably top 10. Him and Aokiji are arguably top 10 in the game. Light beams, he's fast. He's pretty fast. Light beams, light sword attack. Like all his stuff is really cool. Fujitora. Okay, here we are. Fujitora. This is top 3 right here. This guy right here is top 3. Argue in all the top 3 characters in the game. You could argue. I would argue Fujitora is probably the best character in the game. Just because literally his R1, if you stand back a little bit and charge his R1 up all the way and just drop a meteor, everything is dead. Everything in that area is dead already. You know how many missions I've cleared in half the time it would have taken me with another character that doesn't have that to do? Like, and literally it costs no energy or anything. You just have to charge it up all the way, which takes a couple seconds, and just drop a meteor down. And not to mention his combos are good. It's one thing to have a good R1, but his supers are decent. I would say his supers are pretty solid, but his freaking combos are good, and he can hold, like he has the one move that like creates a gravity field which pulls enemies in. That's what every character needs, by the way. Every character needs a move like that can pull all the enemies in, and then you can hit them with everything you got, right? But and then of course he loves dropping meteors. He's one of the top 3 characters in the game without argument. He's easy top 3. He might be the best character in the game. Akainu, like I said before, admirals, all the top marines, really good. So Akainu put a lava field down and punch the ground and make a volcano eruption type shit. And just like him and Aokiji both have a move where they can turn the field into ice and lava, which I thought was very nice touch and an interesting callback to Punk Hazard. Obviously, you know what they did on Punk Hazard. Trafalgar Water. Oh, I'm gonna spoil that. Let me just say Trafalgar Law. Trafalgar Law. I like Trafalgar Law. I put him in the same book as Luffy, as far as being like he's pretty versatile enough to where you could take him on just about any type of, whatever you're doing, and he'll get the job done. He's a get the job done type of guy, for sure. Only issue with him is he can only hit enemies affected by the room in front of him. Only time he can hit an opponents behind him is his level 2 super, which is good to clear out rooms for sure. But yeah, outside of that, outside his supers and everything, he's solid. I like Law a lot. He can get the job done. He's like Luffy. He gets the job done for sure. You can take him on a mission, get the job done. You just have to maintain his room at all times. You can't go outside the room. You have to Make sure you're taking care of the enemies in the room, and then move on to the next ones. Jinbei, I like Jinbei a lot. He has a lot of potential. Biggest issue with him is the speed at which he moves overall, and the speed of his attacks. I just can't seem to. You know what I mean? And I've seen his gameplay. Jinbei's in Power Wars 4. I've seen his gameplay. He looks faster. He actually looks faster. You know what I mean? It looks like they did a good job with him. So yeah, I won't miss this Jinbei at all. Boa Hancock is a special character. She's very much she's like Crocodile, where she doesn't have any devastating moves. None of her moves are devastating. I think they need to go back to the drawing board with her overall combos, just to give her something. Like, matter of fact, if you've seen the movie Stampede, which a lot of people are talking about Boa Hancock, because we don't get to see Boa Hancock really, stretch her muscles out in the movies or in the anime. We don't see her get a real chance to fight anybody for real. So it was nice to see her go up against Douglas Rhodes for a second and really deal some damage. So, and then you come back to Power Wars 3 and you're like, damn, why can't she do that here? Because it's a movie. But either way, you want to do that. You want to do that because it's so powerful. But yeah, so that's Boa Hancock. She's okay, but she's not devastating in any of her attacks. Like, she can't just knock out a bunch of people. Yeah, she has to work for it. It's not as fun. Someone said she's a very honest character in a game that's ran by dishonesty with characters and their moves and everything. But I get it. Moving on to Marco. Again, a lot of people try to contest me on my opinion about my boy Marco. He's a great character. He's not top tier. He's not God character, but he's solid to me because his moves. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like his attacks." I think his combos are really cool. Once you get used to the whole air mechanics, him being in the air with wings and stuff, the game becomes, game becomes pretty good. So I would recommend you give Marco another try. Just try to, and then R1 when he's airborne, he can descend real quick on an enemy. Cool, man. Who else we got here? Pork is the Ace, man. So Ace is really good. Like, he's a standard character. Fire, everything fire. But he had a big heart. I was just thinking Ace. Like, he's one of these characters that has a big spirit bomb type super. A lot of this game gets criticized for characters having super spirit bomb type moves, like Kid Buu, which I already did early in the day. No boy here I took on I think anything else to say about Sabo? His fire moves are cool. That's about it. He can teleport. No, that's Sabo that can teleport to wherever he left the fire at. That's cool too. Who else we got here? Whitebeard, Shirohige, another top tier character. Top 3 easy top 3 characters in the whole game. Whitebeard, Shirohige, Edward Yuge, one of the best characters in the show, one of the best characters in the game. Obviously, you charge this R1, which takes a few seconds to charge that R1 up. That's devastating move right there. Easy devastation. But then he goes across the freeway, across the hill, to the top of the newspaper, and all that almost throws out the damn water. That's sad. But yeah, Whitebeard's a monster. It's just square, triangle. 4 squares in a triangle. Try that move on your game tonight. Tell me that move. That's where he flips the world upside down. He did in the anime. He like flips the whole island upside down. It's crazy. He does that in that attack. It's crazy. Whitebeard, easy top 10, top 3, I mean. Shanks. Shanks is a character. Another character just straight up R1. You know what I'm saying? You don't do nothing else but show me the guy, and I'll take it from there. That's pretty much his whole get down. R1, stop time, or observation hockey, whatever you want to call it, and kill everything in that while time is stopped. Basically, that's how he's getting down. And he's top 3 as well. So Shanks, Fujitora, and Whitebeard, all 3 easy top 3. I'm better. said, those are three characters I see better than everyone else. Buggy, I don't use him a lot. He's okay. He's kind of got a goofy playstyle. Takes some advice to me. He's got some brief things. Dracula Mihawk, another fantastic character. Definitely one of the stronger characters in the game. Issue is, my issue with Mihawk is sometimes I press too many buttons when I'm doing his combos, and his best combos are hidden behind a wall that is known as timing. You have to time it perfectly and stop pressing buttons, you know, at the last second. But yeah, his combos are devastating. When you build up his green sword, his sword goes, you know, with the green energy, and then he does a huge shockwave. Really cool. I like that a lot. So Mihawk is a great character. Are we back to the beginning? Oh no, Crocodile. Yeah, like I was saying before, Crocodile, he doesn't have any really powerful attacks. All his attacks are standard. You know, Sandman with the hook. Sandman with a hook in his face. Alright, but yeah, he's solid. He's a solid. Crocodile's solid, but unfortunately he's lacking in any devastating moves. He needs to come up with some devastating moves. Right? Who else we got here? Piranha. Piranha's not a character I use a whole lot, but she's okay. She's alright. Oh, what I do? Sorry, y'all. I'm tired, man. Ooh, I'm tired. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Super tired. Where did I leave off at? Yeah. Is that everybody? I guess it is. So there goes your whole roster. Not bad. Not bad at all. So overall, I would say that this roster here is okay, solid. There's some really cool guys in there. But overall, we're gonna cancel this shit. Man, I'm about to pass out. Alright. So we went over the roster. I might end up making a part 2. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna leave it here for now. I might show show off some gameplay here. Maybe I'll do a quick mission or something just to get my feet wet. Alright, I'm gonna show off how I run with Rob Lucci for a little bit. Here we go. This should be the one. This is like the easiest game in the game. I'm just showing this off now. I'm gonna run around a little bit, just messing around. I could do a hardest nightmare mission, but not today. I'm too tired for all that. I just want to run through real fast. Look at this. Pigeon in his hat. It's been a while since I played this, y'all have to bear with me. See how all his moves kind of come together like this, and then I forgot your characters come in, can pop in and assist you. Forgot all about that. See how you transform to make combo? Just to keep everything going. Brother. And then you transform and his combos transform along with it. I think it's really cool. Which way am I going? Yeah, so as far as Pirate Warriors, as far as Pirate Warriors 4 goes, I'm definitely gonna get it probably day one if I can. And I'm probably gonna live stream that, so if you're interested in that, stick to my channel. I will be uploading that. Damn, is this territory complete already? I'm not gonna bother with it. The controller's a little messed up too, that's not good. Ooh, I love that combo. That's the best combo right there. Is there a boss here for me to kill at the gate or something? Oh yeah, I was standing there. Hey, hey. Oh, there you go. There we go. Well, look. He's already dead from the freaking explosion. That's crazy. Man, wow. I love how he does combos for real. He really does go crazy with the combo, man. Alright, we're just gonna head straight to the boss I normally would. Beat territories in order to increase my powers, but this guy's so weak. This Ravuchi is so weak. I'm waiting for the boss to appear, man. Where's the boss at? Yes, yes. Open the door. Here we go. Try and get that door open so I can finish this mission. Put a stop to all that. Oh, that takes care of that, boy. I'm telling you, that triangle, square, triangle, whatever move I do, I got muscle memory. I just hit buttons now because I know how. You know what I mean? But no, this is cool. I just wanted to show off a little bit of Lucci. Yeah, Lucci's definitely one of the cool new additions to this game. I hope he comes back in the CP0 costume in Pirate Warriors 4. That would be a huge loss. If it wasn't, I need to know. Alright, y'all. It's been fun. Gave a bit of a description, but now it is late and I'm getting off. So, y'all Y'all be good, man. All right, peace out. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all.